Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson. First play, and Wilson wants to throw it.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Will Dissly, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up second down.
Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
On third down, Wilson.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Off-play action. Franklin. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw on 3rd down, Franklin. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Back to throw. Franklin. It's caught. Smith.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The Panthers had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they come off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins, take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. That was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The numbers in last week's ball game for Wilson.
6 catches, 99 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Well, that was a textbook example of how to be aggressive at the point of attack.
Yeah, make sure you take care of the line of scrimmage. No way they can get upfield on that one. And then how about the force he brought on that tackle? Let them know they need to be aggressive from this point on.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. This is Wilson on the jet sweep.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 31. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Fisher. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0.
So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
To throw on second down, Franklin. He finds his man, complete. That's Graves. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards. Panther football to start quarter number 2.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Franklin. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down, back at the 25.
Jeremy Chin, so dangerous wherever he's at on the field, and that time he gets in there for the sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Looking to throw. Franklin.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a hit of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 15.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far. They just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder, this is the...
And now the rookie's free. He's at the 40, 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again.
He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
Back to the air on second down. Franklin.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, touchdown!
A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn. Up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Takes it at the 7. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field.
Oh, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive. Now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense.
And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Panther touchdown. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Franklin.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage or make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Back to throw. Franklin. Rifling one complete into the hands of Marshall. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Looking to throw. Franklin. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Terrace Marshall.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Panthers are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The New York set to take the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fisher. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Hall.
And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Here's Wilson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Jets are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. After the interception, here's Wilson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Jets have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Fairbairn with the extra point. That's a 6-point game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And Charles, I mean, look, you don't bench a starter of his caliber, but 4 first-half interceptions. How do you handle it from here?
Well, the easy thing is right away you try and run the football, take some pressure off of him, but you know the defense understands that as well. My second thing is give him throws that are safer, throws that he's confident in, the ones that he likes to make, and that way you try and get his confidence back up.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On third down, Franklin looking left side. That's caught by Moore.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Back to throw. Franklin. Again, he finds Moore.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Back to throw again. He's going to look deep for Moore. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Graves. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So after the loss of a yard, they look to push forward here on second down and 11. Operating from the gun, Franklin. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 30 inches.
Looking to throw. Franklin. Now he's got McCaffrey open, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Back to throw. Franklin. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Panthers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the second time. The 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. He returns that punt 73 yards, and they are able to add on to their advantage. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now Hall to start the drive.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Hall again on 2nd down.
Fighting through it. He's got space. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down. Here's Wilson to throw. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception. But meanwhile here, we do have an injury on the play.
Throwing to start the drive. Franklin.
That caught by Tremble.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards that time. Looking to throw. Franklin to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has left in the tank. Hall ought to give up the middle.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Excellent pickup of 20 yards. Now it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Fisher. And they're going to have it on the first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 45-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And my goodness, another interception.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Jets are right back in this football game. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Franklin. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Outright completes it to Jarwin. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Franklin. He's got a man. That's Marshall. Touchdown, Panthers.
Terrace Marshall.
Second touchdown after that. And the Panthers are looking to run it to 31 on the season as they to add the PAT. And that will make this a 16-point lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here's Wilson and the Jets.
Down by 16, 2:21 the time left. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
On the draw, it's Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and it's going to be